What's going on, guys? It's Santa DeLobo. Happy holidays. We're gonna play some Walking Dead. You know, I had seasons 1 and 2 on the PS3, but unfortunately my PS3 had the yellow ring of death, whatever you want to call it, the yellow light, and I was logging in and it overheated and just wouldn't get to the game for me to update the file. So now I'm gonna have to do the story generator, which I haven't seen it on YouTube. I've been trying to see it and see how it is, you know, to compensate for my loss, but we're gonna find out. So let's see how in-depth it is and if it will satisfy, you know, how my choices were made in the first place. I believe it would have been epic, but now I gotta do this, so let's see if it'll be as epic. We shall choose to continue our story, to add a backstory from previous seasons. And we shall recreate because, you know, it's gone forever, man. In The Walking Dead Season 1, Clementine met Lee after she lost her family and home. He protected Clem and taught her the importance of community. The only hope people have for the future is to help each other. Or justice. Without a code, how can you trust anyone? That's Dale right there. Survival. Even a child should be able to defend herself from danger. Self-reliance. In the end, the only one you can count on is yourself. Man. I mean, in the end, she could only count on herself because Lee was gone, so I would think self-reliance. Clem and Lee traveled to Savannah, where Lee sacrificed himself to save her. As he lay dying, Lee begged Clem to leave him to turn. A bullet might have been the most merciful, but Clem couldn't bring herself to shoot her friend. Or shoot him. Although Lee was all Clem had left in the world, she summoned her resolve and ended his suffering. Yeah, you don't want to leave him turning. After Lee's death, Clem found more survivors, people who helped her, such as Kenny. Kenny never gave up. His endless determination helped Clem keep alive. Luke always had a smile for Clem, no matter what his kindness preserved. And Jane showed Clementine that she had to make hard choices to put her own safety at risk. Fuck Jane! She pushed Kenny to the edge, man. Kenny lost enough, so obviously if she lost a baby, he was gonna fucking do something crazy. Obviously, we know Kenny, he's crazy. I'm gonna choose Kenny because that's who I chose, and he sacrificed himself at the end of season 2. Because he was gonna leave the baby and Clem at that place, and he was just gonna, you know, go off because they wouldn't accept him. They don't only accept children. But as Clem, I chose to go with him, and they ended up giving us double supplies for us to travel, so that's why I wanted to keep my data, but we'll see how this goes. Clementine remembered the joy she felt when she was reunited with Kenny. He showed her that survival depended on honesty. Even when it didn't help him, Kenny was honest. He always let you know where he stood. Determination, never surrender, no matter what the odds. Family isn't always blood, but it's the reason to keep you going. It's all about family, man. Thanks to her companions, Clem's journey ultimately led her to... Jane and Clem returned to the former location of Carver's group. Kenny and Clem went north somewhere cold enough to slow down the walkers. The best way to keep AJ safe was to do it on our own. Wellington. At Wellington, the community would not allow Kenny in. Clem decided to leave with Kenny. Awesome! So, alright, so this is what I had. Clem refused to enter without Kenny. They had been through far too much together. Yeah! That's... Clem learned the hard way that survival depended on resources, food, water, ammo. Without them, survival is impossible. People, things can be replaced. People can't. It never got any easier. Clem remembers how she stopped AJ's dead mother from biting him during an ambush, but drawing her gun risked angering their attackers. Clem chose to shoot. There's no time to do anything else when a baby's life is at stake. Snap decisions are often a bad idea, especially during a tense standoff. Why the fuck would it call for help? Shoot him. That's what I did. Even-tempered. In Season 2, Clementine stayed level-headed and compassionate in a world of chaos and cruelty. Clem watched Jane provoke a fight with Kenny that ended in Jane's death. AJ, Kenny, and Clem continued on to Wellington, where Clem learned Kenny would not be allowed in, so they left Wellington together. Yeah. Let's start. And that sums up, you know, where we left off on my end, where, you know, I didn't upload them because it was on PS3. So now you guys know what Clementine I had. Let's get to the story, which will be in the next video.